Okay, Wednesday morning in the kingdom, and Johnny emailed, no beer today. Everything's all bunched up for him. It's not even a long weekend. But oh well, he'll struggle, he'll survive, he'll get it done because he's a company man. Yes, oh yes. As you can tell, it snowed. Yes, right after we finished yesterday in the wilderness, cleaning up the last of the scrap, which we didn't think would get done. But like I said, I was going to do it. I did it. It only took 27 years or something like that. Just a minor detail. So we did it. So if we waited a bit, we wouldn't have got it. All right, but we did it. And that's what we do. We don't make plans. We just do it. All right. So this morning we woke up to my finger covering it. Okay. -6 Celsius. All right, but feels like -10. It is slightly chilly, but it's not that 200-mile-an-hour wind from my Wyoming or the Saskatchewan Canadian wind. On the yo-yo scale, it feels, it's 21 degrees, +21, but feels like +14. I don't know how they can have those plus temperatures and yet feel cold. That just screws my mind up, eh? I'll have another drink. All right. So the staff is treating us. Ooh. Honey Dijon. Dijon? Dijon, honey Dijon. Hellman's. Don't ask me how to spell it. I thought it was Grey Poupon. You know, here we are trying to live sophisticated with Grey Poupon. But it's actually salad dressing or something, girl. It's tasty. I put it on everything now. That's my flavor of the month, okay? So that's pretty good. Yeah, that Grey Poupon was a sign of sophistication when we grew up and watched those commercials. Yes. Also, too, it's kind of funny with the snow on the ground here. We can see the tracks. I don't know if we can see it, but a bunny went through the yard and then followed by a fox. Yes, he followed it. Watch the tracks as they happen throughout the evening. All right. So the flags are looking good. The Union Jack there. Oh, sounds like a plane's going to land. The Union Jack. My family came from England back in 1926. I'm the black sheep of the family, so I know no other details other than growing up and having English relatives stop by, you know, for a visit, or grandma and grandpa going to England to see the cousins or the relatives or whatever. So that's all I know. We're from over there. Can you tell by my accent? Eh? Yeah. But we got another flag coming here. Sir Rodney's got to get it for us. It'll go at the end. But talk about luck. Weld them on, and then the flag shows up. That is good. Also, too, under my pen name, which is my birth name, I'll have 2 books on Amazon written in England. Yeah. Based in England, but a Canadian over in England, and I've never been there. But that's the joys of Google. I can sit there and learn. Plus, I have lady friends in England that are helping me write the book and pointing out my mistakes. All right, so let's scroll this way. My neighbor's still driving the minivan, so he should be good. The snow's not too deep, so he should be all right. Hopefully, he gets that Ford fixed, or I'll be plowing snow down to the dirt so he can drive. All right. No sunshine, nothing. All right, looking good. Oh, that wind is cold. I can feel it. All right. I haven't started the wood stove yet because I'm pumping water to the house, so I only have a limited time to sit here and chatter away, or my intro to offend the people of the world. Yes, right. You guys enjoy it. If not, fast forward it. That's what I do when I watch videos and stuff. Well, I better go. It's too cold to stand out here and the water might be overflowing. All right, here comes the boss. Okay, it's nice and warm in the wood stove here. It's after lunch. Look at how high it is. It's warm in here. Okay, so this morning, I wasted the morning trying to make a spring hinge for the doggy door in the house, okay? Because the dogs don't like the lock set times and stuff. They like their freedom in and out. So I watched a YouTube video last night. Take a clothespin, use the flatness of the thingy-me-bob, and put it in the hinge. Just cut out the center piece, all right? So I couldn't find a wooden one, so I had one of these. Then I found out that this is low-grade crap. It loses its spring thing, okay? It's only designed to do that. So if you try and make it, how would you say, close a hinge, it doesn't work. I modified it greatly. I even took a spring like this and modified it, only to find out it just keeps breaking. It was designed to be in that shape. If you try and straighten it out, it's pointless. So then I went looking and found a wooden clothespin. All right, took it apart, stretched it out, shoved it in the hinge in the center of the pin, and it works. Yes, so that's the moral of the story, is old school is better. This material they made the spring out of is spring material all the way through. This here couldn't be changed from its design or whatever it was designed. So if you tried to make it go one more revolution or one more bend, it didn't work. It's only designed to do this. So in other words, I wasted the morning, but on the main thing, I had fun. I didn't get mad and throw the hinge across the door or shop, but it's done. We have a little spring hinge on the door, and the dogs will break it when they go in and out, in and out, in and out so many times it'll just wear out. Oh well. Okay, the next problem in my life is the wood stove's getting full of ash and the wheelbarrow's full of wood because we aren't emptying the wheelbarrow, because that's what we used to do in the past, was empty the wheelbarrow. So when the wood stove was full, the wheelbarrow was empty. So now here we've been using the barrel because that works a lot better, because you don't have these long handles sticking out which you trip and fall over, especially in the dark in the shop. So this afternoon we're going to try and burn most of the wood out of the wheelbarrow, so tomorrow morning before we start the wood stove we can empty the coals or the ash out. Okay, we waited till there was snow on the ground and I had the extension cord out, and I used the grinder with the chop saw blade on to cut the bolts off. So now they're nice and even, so when I get drunk and walk by, hopefully I don't rip my clothes. But see, if we did it the day we put up the fence or leveled the building, we could have caught the grass on fire. So working smarter, not harder. Okay, we kind of didn't get the long trailer emptied into the sheds there, but that's okay because it's not pointless double handling. I need wood for the shop, so they're going to take the long trailer down to the shop and put the wood through the wood stove down there. So only handling it once in theory. Oh yes, right. Okay, so now we got this little cat known as Laverne plugged in. The gas motor will start pretty quick, and as you can see, this block heater kind of melts the snow off, so that's pretty nice. So we know the thing's going to start and run, and it actually has gas in it, so we're good to go.
Tuesday night after supper, and it is snowing now. Look at that. This was not on the weather network, that's for sure, but wow. It's really coming down out there. Even my deck is covered. Getting ready for bed, and look at this, it is really snowing now. Wednesday morning in WHO-ville, and as you can see, it's still snowing. I got a few videos of it snowing last night, and if I look off into the distance there, you can see it's coming down pretty good. Can't really tell how much has come down, but when you look at my railing here, that's a lot. Now it's time to head inside and let the dogs out and get ready to head to work. After lunch, and I just got back from work, was a good morning, and while I was there, it was snowing outside. I'm glad I was inside while it was. Now it's time to eat lunch and get ready and head on over to the kingdom and see what we're doing this afternoon. Hopefully it doesn't snow again. Got Laverne going. Now my dad's gonna back it down to the shop. That way we can fluff up the wood here and it can go directly into the wood stove, and then once this is empty, we can go down and fill it again. Look at all that leg space.
There's no space.
If you were if you were any taller, you wouldn't fit in there.
Well, if my legs were any fatter, they wouldn't be able to work.
Well, good thing it's your legs and not your stomach. Now that we're done moving the cat and the wood trailer up to the shop, I can head on into WHO-ville and fill some jerry cans of diesel here because the Mini's pretty low and the last thing we want is that to run out of fuel. Now let's head up on into WHO-ville before it starts to snow. Look at that. Just got back from getting fuel up in WHO-ville. For 2 jerry cans of diesel, it was $96 and we got a total of 50 liters, which isn't too bad. And the cost of diesel right now is $1.89. While my dad's over there welding on the deck sleigh, I'm in the corner here gonna fluff up all this wood. That way my dad can have access to it so he can burn it in the shop. And once this is all empty, we'll take it back down and load it again. Got it all fluffed up. This will last my dad a couple days and then I'll end up having to fluff it up again. Once all the wood's out of it, we can take it down and dump out all the dirt and what's left over and then fill it again. Now that I'm done with the Mini and got it put away, this is what my dad's up to. He's been welding little chain and rods on here. That way we can strap this down properly instead of having to use tie straps and tarp straps and whatever other strapping we have on hand. This will keep it nice and secure and it'll be like the old days where they used the cable to tie everything down. Now we are tightening up the cables. As you can see here, we have it looped and clamped off and then it's welded down into the bolt over here. And I did the same thing to the front as well. Now it's time to head on over to the other side and we can tie that side down as well. Before we tighten anything down, we have to add the piece of plywood in between there. That way the tanks don't rub on each other or damage each other and everything else. This is what we used last year and it worked out perfectly. My dad has the wood in the front there. Now he's coming to this side and he'll squeeze another piece in right here. Just enough room so they don't slide and damage each other. Perfect. Now we are working on this side, gonna shorten up the cable here and then we'll tighten the rod and all this. That way it'll be nice and snug. As you can see, we got the cables all tightened up there and we got the rods and the chains put in. Now I have to snug them up, that way nothing moves around. I will be using the flathead screwdriver here, that way I can pry it off a bit and get it nice and tight. I tightened them up as much as I can. I'm still pretty sick and weak, so I had to bring the Hercules out to finish it off. I got them pretty tight though, so.
Yeah, you did. For being a girl.
I tried.
Not the best design.
No, but it'll work. Now if we go onto this side and check it over here, make sure it's not all tangled up.
It's getting there.
That sucked it up pretty good. Coffee time now, and we are down in behind the box car, and this is where we keep the log trailer plus the quad and the welding trailer. We got tired of using the big chain and padlock that kept falling in behind here, so my dad welded a little chain on. Now we'll see if the door actually closes and works a lot better with this chain. Now my dad's going to attempt to turn it around and drive it on into the shed. Close to bumping his head. Perfect. Got the quad and welding trailer put away, and look at the fancy locking system we have now. That is much better than the giant chain that we had wrapped around the bottom here. This will work out a lot better. Look at that. After coffee, I just got back from the kingdom. This is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's -2 degrees Celsius, which is 28 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom there. That's something new I'll be trying and seeing how that works out. It was snowing on and off there most of the day, but now it's all right. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, these tighteners or take-ups or whatever turned out pretty good. We're pulling on the main bolt that holds the sleigh together. We're not pulling on the end bolts or anything like that because there's bolts down here, and we don't want to drill any more holes in this timbers and stuff like that. So this is turning out pretty good. It's a lot better than the yellow ratchet straps that we had last year. And over here, the welder's running good too. And over here, we're getting this deck set up for the 38 GMC and the promo bike to ride on top. So once again, we don't want to anchor at the front. We're anchoring on these bolts here. So we welded some chains on. There we go. Look at the talent. But the only problem I had is somebody tarred the crap out of everything. It's tight and everything. Plus it's a galvanized bolt. So the odds were against me on being able to weld it. But I did it. Yes, it was the beverage. Okay, after coffee in the kingdom, we got the welding done. Now everything worked out pretty good, but we were well organized. And now to do the weather stripping on the door of the shop, the new door. Yes, because the old door still has some weather stripping left on it. So let's get this done so we can call it a day and drink professionally. Okay, one thing nice about a 30-foot roll of weather stripping is you got lots when you come to the end, and you can just keep on going. So that's one of the joys why we use trucker straps for weather stripping. It makes a economical sense, and you can reuse, repurpose anytime you want. Okay, one 30-foot roll of trucker strap does the big door here, and then we open the second roll, and we did up here, and it worked out pretty good. Plus we did over there. We're working on that door too. We did another strip on the top. You got to remember some of this weather stripping is 20 years old or more. So we just nail another one over top. So this works out good. And we want it to flex and be flexible. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense. But these doors here will be heaving and jeeving all winter because the ice buildup and everything like that. Plus they'll be closed in and closed out. So you want a nice, how would you say, texture, okay? because this door can be pushed in farther or whatever. I don't know if that's making sense, but it kind of does to me. And then over here, okay, try and walk and talk at the same time and not have a slip and fall incident. Okay, seems how we have steel against the building there. The staff just put the tin back on after we installed the door. I just nailed it to the wood part, and I'm not worried about the tin because this stuff here has got enough, how would you say, elasticity. That's a big word. I don't know how to spell it, but that'll keep the wind out. The main thing is the wind. Okay, we don't get much wind up here, but when we do, it is cold. All right, let's go check on the flags. Oh my, that's a good shot there. We got the wood stove. I put the last of the wheelbarrow in. I don't know if we can see up there. I don't know if I have enough talent, but there's a plane just behind on the tree line. Does this work? I don't know how to work it. I don't know how to do zoom. The staff knows how to do zoom, but there's a plane flying right there. So you can just see the coloredness or whatever. Here, I'll move the camera closer. Is that better? I don't think so. But that is neat how it's so clear. We can see the plane at 30,000 feet. It just, like, you can see with your bare eyes because the sun is shining on it. It looks pretty good. All right, let's go. Let's continue the quest here. Okay, we have 1 or 2 pallets over here that got to get put up on the rack here. So that way we don't find them when we're pulling the sleigh through. We're going to have the 41 Chevy out pulling the drag, okay? He's kind of parked backwards. But over here, we got a couple more pallets of these trailers here that got to get tossed in. But at least we know where they are. They're in front of the trailers. And we'll scroll this way. And look at the lens. They're looking good. And of course, we can't forget the plane. The wing of the plane. The wrong one we salvaged. Okay, I think we're done for the day. I don't know. I got to go check my minutes. If not, I'll come back out here and chat about something. But the yard is packing nice. We're supposed to get more snow over the weekend. And then we can start dragging. Then we can move some sleighs around, move this stuff. And the reason we're not getting the loader out for half an hour's moving stuff, it costs money because you got to run the machine and we lose heat in the loader shed right there. So this stuff here has to get moved. Okay, so that's why we have to plan everything. Today was a successful day. We did the little loose ends. And right now with it getting cold and everything, like even these videos take longer to produce because we have to, you know, put the gloves on, take the gloves off, everything like that. So that's the part for it. But actually this is our relaxing time of the year. We're not working 12, 14 hours a day. We're actually quitting at a reasonable time. And then we have that time change coming, which is going to screw us up, and especially the dogs. They won't know when supper time is. So the Union Jack survived 24 hours in the kingdom and didn't get tangled up. Not like the flag of exercise. Unreal. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, make a video, and we'll talk to you guys later.